What's going on, guys? My name is Zach, and this is the Lian Li O11 Dynamic. Now, this is going to be the start of my video series showing me building my dream computer, no compromises, whatever I want. Money is not an object for this build. So I'm going to build it in this case. I picked this case because it's one of the larger sort of mid-tower cases, so it'll still be able to fit on my desk without taking up too much room. It's not going to be absolutely massive, but it is going to be larger than some average cases. This is primarily geared towards water cooling, which is fine. It's going to be part of the build eventually. And it's sort of a higher end case. I got this for around $120. I've seen it go as high as $200. Let me get this out of here and I'll show you why I got this case and what it looks like. And this is the case once you get it out of the box. Nothing else in the box besides the case itself. Comes wrapped up pretty well. Hopefully no scratches on it once I get it opened up. So it came in the box on its side. Here's the front glass. No fan mounts whatsoever. It's all covered in this really dark, tinted black, tempered glass. I got the black one. You can get black or white, and I think it's a really good look. So the front I/O is two USBs, headphone jack, microphone jack, and USB-C, and of course the power button. So to open up the case, there's two thumb screws on the back. Lets you take off the top panel, which then in turn lets you pull off the side panels. They've got this really good mechanism where they just click into place. There is no screws to take the side panels off. It gives it a really clean look. That was very satisfying. So it just slips on the top. Now, as you can see, there's no screw marks on the front. There's also no screw marks on the side. The top also has this little magnetic filter. It's a nice touch. This has a huge amount of radiator support. So you can do a 360 rad on the top or a 280. You do a 360 on the bottom and one more 360 in here along this side. I'm not going to use that much radiator space. I'm going to be honest, nobody needs that full amount of radiator space. I don't care what you have inside your computer. You don't need two 360, or no, sorry, you don't need three 360 radiators. The front panel glass is the same sort of weird click-in feature. This one isn't coming off as cleanly. So I am grabbing onto this a lot to kind of sort of test how much of a fingerprint magnet it is. And I'm going to say the glass, it kind of is. The aluminum is really not, I'm going to be honest. So around back, you've got where your I/O would go, PCIe expansion slots. And this is kind of odd, I don't think this is 100% necessary, but this does show how Der Bauer, who was part of the development team for this case, was involved, because there is a spot for a second power supply, which I don't really think that's necessary for 99.99% of users. Maybe him, I guess it's necessary, which is okay though, because the other spot where the second power supply could go has got a hard drive tray, which is nice. So you do have some use for that space if you don't want a second power supply, which I won't be using. I'll show you in the next video what power supply I'm going to be using. There's also a space back here for another 3.5 and then a 2.5 drive. That's where the fans could go. It comes with a lot of cables for the front, all the cables for the front I/O already installed. All you gotta do is plug them all in. And I mean, it's a good looking case. There's some solid room for cable management. You could just run everything behind the main sort of hard drive tray back here. It is definitely a different design, there's no way for airflow on the front, and now the power supply goes back here, and the whole inside of the case is sort of a clean look, which I do like. On the bottom, you also have space for another 2.5 inch drives, unless you obviously put a radiator down there, which I probably won't be at first. It does have these little feet to get it propped up off of the whatever surface you have it sitting on, so you get good airflow on the bottom. It's also got another filter on the bottom. There is no back filter on this part, but there is the one on the two insides of the mesh on the back. I don't know how well these filters are going to perform. They do seem to have a relatively larger hole pattern. The only way to tell, obviously, is just to have the case with the system in it running for a long time. So tune in to the next video where I will be installing the power supply in here. Please remember to subscribe to see the rest of the videos in this multi-part series showing off what is currently possible in the PC market.